I have always had a love affair with shoes. It all started when I was 3 years old, and I saw the most magical pair of white sandals with pink flowers and orange flowers. And I was sold. I was in love. After that, 5 years ago, when I married my second love, my husband, actually a day from today is my 5-year wedding anniversary. Thank you, thank you. We moved into our first starter home, a 2-bedroom house in New Jersey. And because of my beloved shoes, we had to convert the entire second bedroom into my closet. Because my beloved shoes, my first love, needed its own room. Hashtag first world problems. Then, a couple of years ago, my husband, who's a physician, got a call from Walla Walla, Washington. Who knows Walla Walla, Washington? Woohoo! And he said, hey, just like my father did when I was 12 years old yesterday, a couple of years ago, my husband Andrew comes to me and says, hey, want to go on an adventure? Sure, I said. So we decided to marry condo our life and get rid of 90% of the items that we owned, including a car. And you are correct in thinking that I had to break up with many of my beloved shoes. And then we got a rental car, a regular sedan, economy size, and we drove cross-country from New Jersey all the way to Walla Walla, Washington. Never had been to Washington to begin with, but we did it. And that experience taught me a couple of things. For example, this pair of black booties. I can wear them with a dress. I can wear them with pants. I can go to movies with them. I can go to dinner with them. And in that same way, doesn't a good piece of content be redistributed? Just think about that. So many of you did live videos with me yesterday and today, and if you haven't done one, I will be stalking you. So you will be doing a live video today. And the reason for that is actually something very, very simple. According to Google, 6 out of 10 people would rather watch videos online than watching television. How many of you in here watch television? How many of you only have television because you have sports channels? How many of you are like me and haven't had cable in over a decade? Because Netflix rules. So does Hulu, and so does HBO on Go. So here's my thing for you, all right? If people are watching all these videos and this content, just like my booties, that I can be redistributed, what can we do with those videos? Yesterday, we talked a little bit about what kind of videos to do. We heard Christy talk today about making sure there's an emotional connection. I spoke to you about finding a common ground. We had a whole talk about don't do anything boring. I get it. I get all of that. But let's say that you get that fabulous video that we just saw of somebody making fun of an item, and then it goes viral. Or let's say that you make a video of your office. Let's say make a video of a Q&A with the doctors, with the hygienist. What happens next? So you made a piece of content. What next? And here's a cool thing about videos, specifically about videos. You can distribute it multiple ways. The first thing I want you to know is how many of you here did a live video? Raise your hand. You are in luck. Because did you know that you can directly go onto your Facebook page and download that live video in HD? That's right. Just because you did it live and you did it on your Facebook page doesn't mean that you can't access it anymore. If you have your Facebook business page, and this has to be on a desktop, not a mobile, you can go into your desktop Facebook business page, go to Publishing Tools. After Publishing Tools, go to Video Library, and you have that video. Let's say that you have a video on YouTube. Did you know you can download videos from YouTube? Your videos from YouTube. And here's the cool thing about YouTube. It also gives you an option to auto-generate subtitles and captions, the wonderful world of reading and not listening to people. Here's a question for you. How many of you watch captions on a video? So if you were to go on your news feed, and there is a video playing and it only has sound, do you just keep scrolling? Do you just keep scrolling? Yes, we do. If that same video had captions, do you stop for a second and read the caption? Yes, you do. In fact, according to Facebook, 66% of videos with captions have more engagement. And there's a reason. We are not walking around with headphones, but we are always looking at Facebook or Instagram. So if you're going to have a video, the first thing that I want you to do is figure out what kind of video files. Is it on Facebook? Is it on YouTube? Is it one of the other video channels like Vimeo, something like that? You can take that video I talked yesterday and embed it to your website. That's cool. But if you have a live video, you can go ahead and take that same video, or any video, in fact, take a raw file. Now, follow me along here. We have a video. We are going to go ahead and add this video to Facebook. When you add a video to Facebook, Facebook does something interesting. It doesn't just make a post like a regular image. Facebook will create an entire video post for you. It will ask you to put a title. It will ask you to put tags so the video could be found easily. On top of that, you can select an image to be on the video. Because every time I do a live video, my image is... Because Facebook somehow chooses the worst part of me during that entire live video and makes it the damn image. It's like it hates me. I'll have a beautiful, gorgeous, smiling face, and it's like, that's what Facebook chooses. But you could edit that image, and then here's the bonus part. It will auto-generate subtitles for you. Now, I have an accent. When I do my videos, I don't really have to edit those captions. Facebook understands me very well. When my Caucasian husband, who speaks perfect American English, does the video, Facebook has all the wrong captions. So depending on who you are and what your video is, always make sure that if you do auto-generate captions, edit those captions. Because I guarantee you there's going to be something on there that's not going to make sense. Captions, once again, 66% more engagement with videos with captions. Just doing a video is not enough. Once you have the captions, I want you to focus on the production of the video. So you did a live video, great. You did a live video vertically, horizontally, fantastic. A live video's format on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, or any kind of videos format is different for each channel. Because on Facebook, what are people doing? They're watching for a longer time, right? And it's also available on a desktop. Is Instagram available on a desktop? No, it's not. So for Instagram, people are only doing what? Scrolling vertically. Do you see people holding their phone horizontally like this and trying to scroll? No. So if you want a video on Instagram, doesn't it make sense for your dimensions to follow Instagram? Now, if you were to go to Facebook help, literally Google Facebook help, Facebook ads help. Facebook ads help. Write this down, because Facebook owns Instagram. Facebook ads help. As soon as you go onto their main page, Facebook has everything you need to know about the formatting for all of their platforms. What size of photos, what size of videos, how long they should be, what size downloadable they should be. They have all these details available for you. If you want me to show that to you later, come to me and I'll show it to you later. But you need to make sure that if you're going to use a video and what channel is going on, the production has to absolutely matter. Because I have seen some great videos get no love because you simply are not making it user-friendly. Does it make sense? Now, once you have the captions, there is another cool part that Zanya probably mentioned a little bit about it. When you do captions on YouTube, so we talked about Facebook. When you do captions in YouTube, again, who owns YouTube? Google. Google owns YouTube. What is Google? The king of search engine. So if you have a video on YouTube and it has captions and you tag it correctly, you are actually helping your SEO. And now we are utilizing one piece of content for SEO. just by adding captions. And adding those captions allowed the crawlers of search engine optimization to do that as well. Production is good, and then you're going to publish it. And what I mean by publishing it is there is multiple ways to do this. How many of you in here, once again, know that you can schedule posts on Facebook directly? So you can go ahead and publish it on Facebook by scheduling a post. So you don't have to say, I need to go and do this video right away. No, you can create your whole video post and then schedule it on Facebook. Can you do the same for Instagram? No, you can't. But are there third-party apps that would do that for Instagram? Yes, you can. Here's the issue, though. If you're going to do that, that means that whatever that app is, so for example, you're using Buffer for Instagram, your Buffer has to be downloaded on your phone for any of the posts to show up on Instagram, because Instagram is a mobile platform. So if you're using a third-party app like Buffer or Hootsuite or any of those other content publishing apps, double-check your Instagram, because it won't be publishing it unless it's downloaded on your phone. Does it make sense? The few things? Perfect. So we got to figure out the platform, production, captions, all that good stuff. Now here's where it gets really, really important. Here are 5 ways you can take one video and create it into 5 different content pieces. The first piece, when I say social media content, so you have one video, and in your one video, when you have a social media content, so let's say it's about the office, you're doing the tour of the office. You can take the tour of the office video, and you could break it down into different rooms. And you can post it what I call videos 2.0, because you took original videos and you broke them down. Let's say you did a Q&A video. You can take the Q&A video, and you can focus on that specific question, and you can say, hi, here's a tip on how to floss with braces. And you only have that portion of the Q&A. You can edit the video to have that portion, videos 2.0. Ads, photos, all of that is natural, right? You can have a video, and you can create an ad. When you go to Facebook ads, very easy to do. Go to Ads Manager and go ahead and put a video there. Very, very easy to go. What do I mean by photos from a video? Screenshot it. There are photos of me all over for my show and for what I do with my clients. There are photos all over of me of doing videos, and there is screenshot. So all you have to do is play the video, find the best screenshot, use it as a teaser for the upcoming video. Behind the scenes of this video. And it's a photo from the video. It's a piece of content on your social media. That's how simple it is. Insta stories, you could do the same. You could take the same video, you can chop it up, you can take screenshots, chop it up, and that one video can be your entire social media content for 1 week. You can really go ahead and create so much engagement just because of one piece of content, just like how I wear my booties all the time with different outfits. Same concept. Website, very easy. So going back to the Q&A video, how to floss or meet the doctors, you can take that same video, upload that video to YouTube, and then embed it onto your website. You can also add it to your blog. Somebody in here yesterday told me that they wanted to do blog videos. Holly, wasn't it Holly? Holly said, I wanted to do blog videos. And if you want to do blog videos, very easy. Go ahead, do the same thing, and put your video on the blog. Make sure to add captions, because people are not going to listen to you. They want to read. And then you can do FAQs, right? So on your website, you have all these questions. Add videos to those questions. So now you have one video that you recorded, you have social media content, and you have website content. It doesn't stop there. Patient communication. You had a big implant case. There's post-op instructions. They don't know what they are. You usually just send them an email, send them a video, showing them exactly what they have to do. You have an orthodontic practice. I know we have a lot of orthodontic and pediatric practices here. Imagine the mom just getting a text on how to floss Jimmy's teeth or what to do after phase 1 orthodontics. You can use all that content and put it out as a patient communication device. You could do photos, you could do videos, you could do newsletters. Did you know that most of the channels you use, like Solution Reach, right? They allow you to add a video to your newsletter. And you could go ahead and add videos directly to your newsletters. And does anybody have TVs in their offices here that patients watch? and they all have stock content on it, and it's playing somebody else's stuff, why is it not playing your videos? One piece of video, social media, website, internal patient communication. Doesn't stop there. External marketing. So I have my show, right? Marketing and Mocktails with Minal every Thursday on Facebook. And I take my show, my audio is taken from my show and made into a podcast. So if you are somebody who has a lot to say, if you are a local influencer, if you are somebody in your area, in your practice that people look up to, if you're a thought leader, why not take that video, remove the audio, takes 2 minutes to do that, by the way, and use it as a podcast. And you can send it to your patients and say, hey, mom, when you're driving on the way, just listen to this. It will tell you everything you need to know. Now, a busy mom is going to appreciate that because she can just plug that in and play it from iTunes or Spotify while she's driving around, compared to, oh, I need to read all this and I have to teach Jimmy all this. She can just listen to it. Video, remove the audio, make a podcast. What about creating a step-by-step guideline? So you have this video. You can chop it up, and instead of you just sending people instructions, you can create a step-by-step guide. Like, you know how we go to YouTube? And I learn everything I want from YouTube. How to do this. I mean, I just installed a car radio based on YouTube. I am very proud of myself. You can create a step-by-step guide and directly put it out there for you, one video, same content. Does it make sense? Now, here's the cool part. I love the opt-in downloads. Do you guys, everybody know what an opt-in is? You're going to see an example of an opt-in coming up very soon. But an opt-in is pretty much where you offer something and people put in their information and then they get that thing. So how many in this room do dental implants? Quite a few. How many in this room do lip ties, tongue ties? Quite a few. People have no idea what those things are. Sleep apnea, no idea what those things are. Why not create a guide and offer it on your website and say, here is how you know if you need sleep apnea or if you have sleep apnea. Here is how you know if you have dental implants. Here is what lip tie is, tongue tie is. Here are 10 ways to make sure that your kids don't get cavities, prevent cavities, right? You can create that content, and in order for the patient to get the content, they have to put in their information. Video could be that content. They could be downloading that video of you speaking, so instead of them just reading, a potential patient is looking at you, connecting with you, and is like, oh, this is what I have to do. And now they start seeing you as a thought leader in the industry. This is how influence are made. Somebody is listening to them. So give them the content to listen to. Again, one piece of video, social media, website, internal patient communication, external marketing, and community reach out. So we just had a lecture in community, all right? I love this because I have done this many times. I would have my clients, as a marketing strategist, I come up with strategies for my client. And I would have my clients, let's say, do something like Give Kids a Smile. I would take the video about them sharing about Give Kids a Smile, not what Give Kids a Smile is, but why it is so important and why they give back. Going back to that why, just how yesterday I talked about not smiling big because I had cavities in my teeth as a child, and that's why I'm a hygienist. In that same format, I would take that video and I will send it out to the press, to the local TV channels, to all the news media platform, and I'll say, hey, here's a practice that is doing this event, that is doing this cause, and we would love for you to come here, and here's a little bit of information about them. And the press loves it because they don't have to worry about looking you up and trying to figure you out. Here's a video showing that to them. Does it make sense? So one piece of video, everybody says social media content. All right, guys, you can do better. Social media content, website, internal marketing, external marketing, community outreach. Now, here is a perfect example of opt-ins. And my thing went away again. Okay, so here is an example, and I'll tell you what that example was. Very simple. The way this works is that yesterday I had a lot of people come up to me and say, Minal, what kind of live video should I do? So I actually created an opt-in. Here is a piece of information that you can easily download. How do you download it? You take your phones, you use the word resources, and you text it to 38470. So you take your phones, Do that, and you will be emailed 5 different ways or 5 different topics to create a live video on. As simple as that. And now, me giving you this information, you give me your email address. Make sense? So this is how you do it. And I really did make it, so please opt in. This is not just an example. Please go ahead and opt in. And other than that, if you have any questions, because I had Eric this morning, I believe, for Lang Orthodontics. Thank you, Eric. Eric came up to me this morning and he's like, what do you do? Do you just do videos? No, I am not a videographer at all. I am a marketing strategist. And what I do is I help you build a marketing strategy. I train your team. I help you with social media. And I help you become a thought leader. And I speak globally. So this is what I do. Please come to me and chat with me if you have any questions. And I'm going to end early because I know everybody wants lunch. So thank you so much.